Hello and welcome to the first instalment for the 2014-15 season of Roos News, the Wanneroo District Cricket Club radio show on your home of sport in the community, 91.3 Sport FM. Tonight's show is famously sponsored by Urtec, our great major sponsor. And I'm your host tonight, Dave Minear, and back with me for another season, or I'm back with him, one of the above, is the great Ian Purcell. Ian, how are you?
Evening, David Vernon. How are you?
Mate, absolutely fantastic. It's good to have you back, mate. It's been a long off-season, mate, of plenty of footy, and back into cricket all of a sudden, mate. That comes around pretty quick.
Absolute pleasure to be here, and yeah, it does, doesn't it? So the Mighty Hawks have celebrated their massive grand final win, which we might have won $1 or $2 on, mate, backing Hodgin as well for that. But yeah, look, absolute pleasure to be back here, Vern.
Excellent, mate. Good to have you. Now, guys, we've got a fair bit to talk about tonight on the show. Obviously, the first weekend of games just passed us, with us taking on the Gulls, with a familiar-looking side, with a couple of old Wanneroo players in that side as well, with Wes Robinson and Anthony Del Borello. Well, I should actually come back and say that ex-premiership players, A-grade premiership players from our first premiership. But it was a great result on the weekend, mate, and as I said, it was a really good one, but we'll get to that shortly. But just before, just letting you know what's happening tonight, guys, we're basically going to have one of Roos News' favourite a bit later on, Corey Roccaccioli. Yes, you have heard the name before. IJ and I do get fairly excited whenever we mention his name. Not in a sick way, we just really enjoy saying it, and it's just a great radio name. But Corey's on tonight on the show. And as I said, it will be fantastic on that North Side residential interview. All right, now we've also, apparently here, Ian, we've also been graced with Norm Fawcett. Is this correct?
Correct, mate. Yeah, President, straight off the bat. We thought we'd get the big man on campus in and get him on the wireless. Apparently he's fairly experienced. He actually got rang up by 89.7 as well, one of our competitors.
Really?
Yeah, on the weekend. So he's, apparently quite the celebrity around the wireless traps these days.
Very popular man, mate. He's definitely very popular up there at Kingsway as well. So we'll get to them in a bit. But first, Ian, mate, fantastic weekend. Little bit gutted maybe the twos couldn't get across the line, but if you'd like to take it first, mate, tell me a little bit about what happened with the ones, mate, and a little bit about the weekend.
Yeah, look, an outstanding start from the defending premiers there, especially up against a couple of those lads that, we made them, I suppose you could say, but very, very, very good effort. Look, we ended up batting first and ended up at 8 for 223 after our allotted 50 overs. And look, Bucky Rogers out there at the start, unfortunately didn't really do as well as he would have hoped, I imagine, with his 5. Robbie Richards, who started off quite well with 30. Young Aaron Brunner there as well. He ended up with his 20. Jakey Forster, who looked quite good for his 32, before unfortunately being one of Wes's first victims. And Christian Smith with a cheeky little 3, the old dog. Now, wasn't this just an absolute pleasure to see, him still running around at 48 years of age, apparently been under a bit of a cloud with his old man calf injuries before the season started. But look, he was back to his sublime best with a 25. But the standout performer of the day was none other than Cole Miller, who has been working his bum off in the pre-season and has probably been training for about 3 months now with a well-deserved 53 not out. Donovan Fryer, 14. Jackie Catt with his 17, and the captain, Quilchy, with a 7 not out. So, yeah, overall, Werner, pretty good effort with the bat.
Mate, excellent performance. And as you said, it looked pretty good there. Brunner's doing a lot better than what he was doing in Bali, so that's a bonus. So he's turned on the form there. But apparently batting very well, him and Robbie Richards, from all reports.
There was no chairs to stand up on, so he couldn't fall over.
Yeah, something like that. Talk about Joel Charles, mate. He's the gift that keeps on giving, mate. I mean, he is unbelievable. I know it was only 25, but I actually was there for that little innings, and he ended up hitting a full toss straight down deep mid-off. But he was batting so well, and he looks in great nick. And guess what? He's barely even had a hit over summer. So, as I said, over the winter, I should say. So it's been pretty good by him.
Yeah, he has been playing for about 35 years now, and he's in his 450th A-grade game or so, hasn't he? So, yeah, look, like I say, he's a 200-game player. it's just like riding a bike for him, isn't it? You know, just struts out there like he does. Looks good like most lefties do, you know. No, look, it's just absolute pleasure to see him. Fairly confident, though, that he's fairly smart with his body. So his calf injury, you know, he needs to get that out of the way early and just relax into the season because I think he might struggle for a full 8 or so months of fitness. He knows he can squeeze 6 in, though.
Yeah, I think the thing is, with the old Nick Maxwell calves that he's got at the moment, mate, I think it's going to be tough. But
it's a bit harsh, relating him to Nick Maxwell, isn't it?
He's a better footballer. But honestly,
him, yeah.
But honestly, I think that's great, and it's great to see him back out there, and he gives such great leadership. But like you said, you touched on it quickly before there, Purse, was Cole Miller, and hat's got to go off to the young man. He's really turned it up, and I was actually having a good chat with Griffo, a friend of the station here and a friend of ours, and he was saying that he's been performing really well. So it's great to see that Cole's going to that next level now.
Yeah, look, it's really good to see a player like Kyle in a really good training environment, to see him thrive, because I can remember 3 seasons ago when start of the season we picked him in 3rd grade. He spat his chewy, stormed out, but then come to realisation, hang on a minute, I'll just get in there and work my bum off. And look, he has, and he's done that, and he's been impressing some people down the WACA, which has been good. You know, part of that reason too also has been really good from Wayne Pearson, getting down the WACA, getting in front of their faces, because, you know, they can obviously understand 3 out of every 10 words that Wayne says, but apart from that down the WACA, they really like what he says about the players, and that's the reason why we've had such a strong showing in the development squads down the WACA this season.
Yeah, I think it'd been pretty nice there, 3 out of 10. I was thinking more 1 to 2, but no, fair enough, Ian, and I do agree with you. And I think they, on a serious note, great news. And just a quick shout out just before we go on to the bowling. Well done to Donovan Fry. His first A-grade game for the Wanneroo District Cricket Club. Couldn't be more deserving of a young man. He's put in a lot of hard work, and he's been an absolute pleasure to have at the club. Hey, quickly now, Purse, we'll go into the bowling, mate, and have a look at exactly what happened in the afternoon with our boys. Now, it was an interesting day. We obviously coming up against a few old boys there as well. So it was everyone was really out there to try and get a good result. So take us through it, mate.
Yeah, look, Vern, like we say, might have said that once or twice before. Good to see that didn't fall out in the off-season, isn't it? Yeah, look, pick of the bowlers, you know, once again is Quelchie, our captain, you know, bowled his 7 overs, 4 maidens, 3 for 18, which is a great effort from him once again. You know, he's almost like Charles with the gift that keeps on giving, isn't he? You know, he just keeps coming back and back and back. Just bowls such good lines and lengths, doesn't he?
Yep.
You know, just hits it, it's good enough pace, just got enough on it, bowls there or thereabouts.
Kisses the surface.
He does.
Bang.
He does. That's right, yeah. I like the way you did that, mate. That's the only time I've ever seen you not bowl off the wrong foot. Jackie Catt with his 7 overs, none for 29. But then the other old dog of the team, in the old Axe Saxonson, with his 3 for 21 there. Another outstanding effort from his 7.5 overs. Donovan Fryer on debut. Number 21 off his 4, so well done to him. And once again, Kyle Miller, just a cheeky little 3 for 35 to go with his 50. So, look, a great effort there. And you might notice there, Vern, there was a couple of their batsmen, an M. Deaton, not Dighton up there, who got a duck, and then a Delbarello, they call him, I think is his name, and also a Robinson. Both also didn't trouble the scorers, which is... you know, quite ironic coming from our club, isn't it?
Isn't it amazing? There's actually 3 in a line. There's Marcus Harris, Anthony Delbarello, and Wesley Robinson. 4 runs.
Yes, well done, guys. So, look, like I say, a great effort, a great start from the boys, though. To have them, 3 for 5, I think it's just an outstanding effort. It's always going to be pretty hard to chase down 220 odd when you get that sort of start, isn't it?
Oh, exactly. And you know, in all honesty, mate, I think it pretty much shows where we are. I mean, we started in June. We obviously have had a big pre-season. We haven't been caught with, well, I don't think we've got a premiership hangover. I think the boys have all been pushing themselves to push on further. And after speaking to Quelchie, I'm definitely in no disillusion about the fact that we are really trying to push on to build a dynasty here and get back to back and really push ahead, because I'm sure there are a lot of people looking at us and hoping, you know, trying to work the ways to break us down. And I think that's where the boys are really working hard to get better this year, because we are the hunted.
Yeah, it's a lot different, isn't it, Vern? Like I say, because last time we were the hunted, let's be honest, we fell in a big shit heap, if you'll pardon the French.
Yeah.
And so we just wanted to really make sure that didn't happen again. And I'm pretty confident the club's put all the right things in places. And one of the good things is having Quelchie, who has, like I say, previously, he's only a young lad, admittedly, but he's been through this before, so he knows what we need to do. And they just want to keep on to pushing forward and, you know, not being happy Just winning one. Try and win a couple in a row, So let's hope it continues on.
Exactly, mate. All right, now enough on the ones. Well done to the boys and great performance there. And as I said, Purcell couldn't have said any better. I think that, as I said, this season, it's a big part of it's going to be that leadership of the Quelchers and the Charleses, the Atkinsons, and the Bucky Rogers when he's there, and hopefully plays some state cricket because that's what we're here for. The Christian Smiths, all these guys are a bit more experienced this year, so hopefully it's going to be good.
And just touching on that, like saying, it's good to see that we've had down the whacker or that played in the previous games or so. Christian's had a go, Jackie Katz had a go, Quelchie's had a go. I'm missing one there.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah, Jakey as well's had a go as well, and obviously Bucky Rogers being a contracted player. So, like I say, it's good to see that we've got 5 out of our first 11. Have been down
Amazing.
there. And realistically, when we look at it, they probably wouldn't be too interested in looking at say Charles and Atkinson. Just for the simple reason that they're old.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's no point having a look at them. They're a bit washed up, aren't they? So, but look, like I say, it's great to see the blokes, and they have been really training hard. And look, like I say, very, very good to start the season off with a convincing win over a fairly good opposition.
No, I agree, mate. No, going into the second grade now, mate, where we got some great kids on this side as well. So obviously there's no shortage of players. So, mate. Interesting. Brendan Murray up there opening the batting. Absolute gun. I rate the kid very highly. I mean, I know it doesn't really matter what I think, but...
it does to me, mate. It does to me, mate. And Cheryl the girl.
Exactly,
Every now and then Carly as well, too. So.
And happy birthday to Cheryl the girl on Thursday as well, 9th of October, Cheryl Marcia. But Alex Burton, he, as I said, another young bloke who's got A-grade experience and I believe could, quite essentially be a good A-grade cricketer as well. So you're looking, and then you've got Jacob Johnston back at the club this year, back from South Perth, which is great news. So we've got some great cricketers there. So tell us a little bit about what happened with the twos, mate.
Yeah, look, obviously they have got a very good team, as you previously were discussing with yourself there, Dave. But look, unfortunately it wasn't the same sort of result in the ones. And look, they won the toss.
In the twos or the ones?
No, that wasn't the same sort of result as the ones.
Oh, as the ones.
Yes,
okay, that's all right. Just making sure.
Sorry, mate. I didn't know I was getting critiqued.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what I'm here for.
South Australia FM here again. Seeing if I get another gig. So basically, look, we ended up with 154, which is probably a bit below par from where we should be. Brendan Murray and Alex Burton opened, and they 18 and 8 respectively. Budge with his 17. Jacob again coming back with another 17, which is not really enough. The younger Atkinson there as well with his 9. Matty Spores, who is a young 15-year-old just playing under 17s, who played in the seconds, a very, very outstanding young talent who has been down training with the development squad at the WACA as well, so that's good to see. He ended up with 13. Noddy, unfortunately, didn't start his season too well with not troubling the scorers, and another old dog in Jason Parry with his 15, and Lee Miller, someone who does train very hard and is a very good clubman around the club with 32 not out, and Smudger Smith with 7, and Joshy Quelch not batting like his brother and not troubling the scorers there. So look, 154 is definitely, at least I would say, 30 to 40 below par for them.
Yeah, definitely, and especially with the amount of talent too, I would have thought. I'm looking at the bowling line up there, and I mean, it's not a bad team, but I see an M.R. Hunter on there as well.
Mr. Hunter, didn't he? Like I say, another Wanneroo player that's gone, and they're following his very good mate Del Borello.
Yep, exactly. They're all the close mates, and it's quite funny having a look at that. And I mean, the boys would be pretty disappointed with that. I mean, it's not probably up to what the sort of standard that the boys would have hoped for on the first day, but as I said, it's. I think we could always look at it and say, well, we've got something to build on for next week, because they still looked in it right until the end. During the day. So take us through the bowling side of it, IJ.
Yeah, like, as you say, Vern, you managed to get on down there, and look, when we did have them at 9 for 96, but unfortunately, 8 for 96, didn't we? But unfortunately ended up 9 for 158 there, which is not what the result we would desire there. But Lee Miller, unfortunately, breaking down in his halfway through his last, well, not even halfway through his last over, but he did have the figures of 3 for 39, which is some good going. Jace Parry with his 2 for 21 off his full allotted 10. Yep. Adam Smudger Smith with his none for 33. Josh Quelch with his 1 for 38, and the Atkinson bowling is off his, I would imagine, there with his 3 for 17. So some quite not bad figures. But once again, they unfortunately couldn't get themselves over the line when the game was on the line. Vern, they were found wanting, or.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty close to it. I think the sad thing is Matty Hunter's there gone and got 37 not out towards the end, which he was hitting them to all parts, but I thought we were bowling a little bit too full to him, and we weren't bowling stump to stump. I mean, I'll be really honest. Poor old Lee Miller, you got to really think he's stepped under a ladder at some point with his injuries. It's unbelievable.
He reverse over a Chinaman.
I know.
I don't go as far as saying with the poor fella, because he does put a lot of work into that fit rig of his, doesn't he?
He does, mate. And the thing is, the other thing that wasn't commented on was the fact that he took 3 catches on the weekend as well, which is quite amazing that he actually did take 3 catches. So 3 catches, 3 for, and also getting 32, I think it was. He'd be pretty happy with that day out, but a bit gutted with the obviously what's happened since.
Fair chance, I'm sure he'd swap any of them for a good hammy and a win, wouldn't he? So
exactly, mate.
Yeah, look, like I say, it's a bit of an unfortunate one, and let's hope that they learn from this and understand that they're going to have to play some tight, good cricket.
Yep.
But look, Matty Hunter, fair play to him. Like, let's be honest, he probably did play a couple of grades below where he did. He got tested a few times at Wanneroo, but let's say fair play to him. But I won't say that much too many often.
No, exactly, mate. So. Now, mate, just quickly, just before we go into the 3rd and 4th grade, do you want to take us through the ladders for the first grade and the second grade, mate? Just going into that first week, we'll just quickly do those 2 ladders, just so we can explain where everyone is.
Yeah, look, we're currently, what they do with the first grade, they have the normal league ladder, then they have the one-day ladder. So, funnily enough, David, they're both the same at the moment, being one game into.
Funny that.
Yep. Yeah, look, we're currently sitting 3rd behind Dirty Claremont and Dirty Joondalup. Like saying the dark side snuck in there with another good win, and so did Claremont's. Bless them, they were actually. People were tipping them to slide fairly quickly down the ladder because they did lose a couple of decent players in the off-season, didn't they? And, but mind you, the Timmy Mack, very good coach, very good person.
Yep.
So, so they're on top, and we're 3rd in that. And unfortunately, in the seconds, we're currently sitting 11th, but fairly confident that, the boys will turn up this week against Minnows Rockingham Mandurah, as I should call them. And, hopefully we'll put in a bit better performance there, Dave.
Geez, I reckon they've drawn the short straw this year, Rocky Mandurah, because obviously they're coming up against Claremont first week. They played down there, and then this week they've got us. They've got both grand finalists first 2 games. You wouldn't wish it upon your worst enemy.
No, it's probably not the start you'd be looking for, Vern. Mind you, you've got to play them at some stage during the year. It's not like the AFL where they just pick and choose where they want their games, No,
very valid point, mate. Very valid point. Now, we're just going to go through and have a look now. Do you want to go through the 3s now, mate?
Yeah, mate,
we'll go through the 3s and 4s and move through. So go through the 3s now for us, IJ.
Yeah, look, the 3rd grade actually, and another fairly talented side there, which is quite good. But must have a quick little mention there to Cam Mack actually making his debut as captain. So he looked like
well done, Macca.
He did quite well there actually.
Yeah.
So we won the toss and had a bowl, and we actually rolled Scarborough for 212. The wicket takers were Walters who got 3 for. Regulation for him, isn't it? So
yep.
Bondi got 2. Big Stevie Jennings, he picked up 1.
Yep.
Scotty Pearson, Connor Lynch and Bailey Nolan had put 2. Bailey Nolan actually bowled fairly well, but one of the big things about that was seeing Big Jeno run in for his first over. Just a cheeky little 12 ball over.
Was it? But you know what? The thing is with him, you can have a look at go back 2 years ago, and I mean, the Wacker were looking at him as a potential guy to fast track, I mean, this is the reality of it. I mean, he's a man-child.
Still got it.
Yeah, and he bowls thunderbolts. I mean, you just don't have that. And he hits the ball. He's unbelievable. He's a great cricketer. Yeah,
look, like saying, Dave, he does. He still runs in and lets him go, just a little bit off. He hasn't had any pre-season, hasn't done a great deal of bowling. But, yeah, look, when he got it right, that made him look pretty average. You don't need that in your first game of thirds, do you?
No.
Mate, there was a bloke batting out there who looked about 4 foot zip. And Big Geno's bowling to him, and I thought, how's this? And this poor little fellow's just trying to get in the front stool with him. I'm going, fella. No. But he had a catch dropped on the same over in his first over, bowled 6 wides and got a wicket. So, it was just one of them overs for him. That's what he can do, can't he? But Jordan King, I'm pretty confident was keeping. Did an outstanding job keeping to him as well, I've got to say.
Brilliant. Well done, Geordie. All right, mate. Now, looking at the 4th grade now, mate. Oh, no, hang on. We've got one more innings, haven't we? So we've got one more. So you're just going a bit slow. I'm off.
It's not the first time I've been told that.
I'm only teasing you, mate.
David.
Go for your life, mate.
Look, an absolutely outstanding effort from the boys there. They managed to peel those runs off in the the penultimate over, I've got to say. We ended up at 8 for 214. So, look, it was a very good effort. Sladecki with his 58. which is a very, very good effort. The captain, Cam Mack, with his 31. Johnny Wohlers to back up his 3 wickets with his 31. So look, a pretty good effort there. Richie May, who's playing his first game for the club with a 20 as well, so that's a very good effort from the young fella. And basically, big Stevie Jennings ended up with 15 odd out. Him and Johnny Wohlers brought him home, but yeah, funnily enough, Big Jeno hit a big massive 6 in the second last over. Sorry, the second last of the over, which is a 48th, if that makes sense.
Yep.
To basically get him ahead so that they knew they were going to win. So look, a great effort from the boys, and congratulations to Cam Mack for his first win as a captain.
And always a great feeling to get that first one under the belt, I can tell you that. So well done, Cam Mack. Well done, boys. And obviously look forward to seeing big things out of Jeno this year. And good luck and welcome back, mate. And it's great to see actually, not big things in that sense, I mean just great to see you back playing cricket, because I think it's a loss for cricket, him not playing at our club. So welcome back, Jeno. All right, IJ, now looking at our fantastic 4th grade boys, and who have also started out very, very well.
Yeah, look, Carney's got them all under control, straight up as usual. Let's be honest, he runs a fairly tight ship as our Joel.
Yeah, he's Adolf. I don't know what they call him normally, but yeah, Mein Führer. I don't know what he likes to go by, but yeah.
Who would have thought, though? Who would have thought such a casual, cool bloke off the field, eh? The minute he gets near that white bloke. The minute he gets just near the white line.
He gets all Andy Oram, doesn't he?
Mini Andy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mini Andy's team, they won the toss and they elected to bat. And really good to see there is Matty Fawcett also back, former A-grade player. Very, very, very good player. Good to see him wanting to come down and have a bit of a run around with the boys in the park. Unfortunately, only that with 10, but Moses there, just a cheeky little 114, Dave. Apparently, it was an outstanding innings. I didn't get to see any of it myself, but heard from everyone who's seen it that, look, the guy's a class player. He won't be in there for very long, you've got to say,
First dig of the year too.
Yeah, not bad, is it, eh?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah. And then Smith also with his 59 as well for first at bat. So going all right. Little Jimmy DiCarlo with his cheeky little 4, Marbo, 16. So there might have been a few things thrown when he got out. And Hawley as well with his 32. So look, at the end of it, they ended up at 5 for 249 off their 45 overs. Which looks it's an outstanding effort, especially at 5 runs and over in the lower grades. I think they've played quite well there.
Well, in one-day cricket, in lower grade cricket, if you're going to get over 200 in a one-day game, you've really got a big chance. I mean, it's going to be, right, even though they're great fields and that, teams can capitulate pretty quickly. So if you can get yourself anything over 220, 230, you're going to be in pretty much the driver's seat for that game.
And they were, Vern, don't worry about that, because they ended up, Scarborough after their allotted overs were 9 for 126, but they pretty much played, I think they had 9 under-17s in their 4th grade team, so obviously they're struggling for a few numbers down at the club. Actually overheard Simon Bowman on the weekend saying that they're pretty happy. They wanted to give some of these 17s a go in senior cricket.
Yep.
Throw them in the deep end and see how they go, but Carney opened the bowling, as you should. Mini Andy with his 2 for 20. Aidan Fawcett, younger brother of Matt, outstanding effort there with his 7 overs, 2 for 13. Jimmy DiCarlo, none for 39 off his 8. Smith again with his 1 for 28 to go with his 50, so fairly good game from him. And young Yanni Estel, Cliffy's young lad, making his senior debut, bowled his 8 overs, none for 28. So good effort from him. And Moses just to top off after a cheeky little ton with a cheeky little 2 for 16. So an outstanding effort from Mini Andy and the boys.
That's brilliant. And as I said, it looks good for that 4th grade because, as I said, we've got some great kids coming through. And I mean, it's not exactly an old side in our books either, but it's been really good to see Matty Fawcett back. And as I said, he can offer a lot in that side with Aiden. Obviously, both bros playing there. And but Matty, I mean, people have forgotten pretty quickly. I mean, 2008-9, he was playing A grade. So after a pretty bad injury at work and been unable to play, and then to make his way back now, he's played a little bit of grade cricket here and there, but to be back in that side is big for those young lads, and very lucky for them they get to play with a bloke who's got a fair bit of A-grade experience.
That's right, like saying if they need to know how to wet a line, the big fella's there for him as well, wouldn't he? Being one of the best fishermen this side of the equator.
I reckon Swarter might argue with that.
What's that?
Swarter would probably argue with that.
Yeah, okay, valid point, but we're not talking about Swarter. It's got nothing to do with Swarter on this show. Happy birthday for the other day too, mate.
Yeah,
but look, it's good to see, like I say, Carney's got a bit of experience spread through that team, with Marbo, Greg Maher and that, which is good, plus both the Fawcetts, but also little Michael O'Day, just a quick little shout-out to him, making his debut for Wanneroo as well there. Didn't get a bat and couldn't bowl because he's a bit injured, but Muggsy's a good young fella from the local comp that's come up, and his old man actually wore cap number 11. David. Correct,
and he should have got cap number 10. I reckon after a couple of Rogers there, I reckon I heard that one. But young Michael O'Day, I unfortunately saw the young man drop a catch off Joel Carney, which in your first game can...
Jeez, I was going to say, no wonder he didn't get a bat or a bowl.
Yeah, it can be dangerous because you can sometimes get shot, castrated, anything. We don't know what could happen to you.
Just ask Braden Quinn.
Yeah, just ask Braden Quinn last year.
Just taking 5-4, drops a catch, gets told all about it.
It's abused. But the thing is, it's great for those young guys, and it's great seeing new young guys get into the senior cricket. They have got good leaders in Joel and Matt and Aiden and all those guys there, which is really good. Greg Maher, obviously, as well. You've got all these guys that are great young leaders, and they're youngish, but they're old now. They're old boys compared to all those young ones, so great stuff. All right, so could you just take us through the ladders quickly there, IJ, for
you, David Vernon, and our listener, anything?
Beautiful.
Look, the third grader, because Cam Mack, quick little shout out to you, brother. Get those scores into my cricket because you're currently sitting 15th. But I dare say they will be sitting in the top 3 again if they actually got their results in. But look, the fours, where they should be, on top of the ladder again. So, look, a great effort from Minear and the lads, as I think we're now going to coin him on this show, Dave. I
think we are.
Fairly confident that he'll be pretty happy with that.
My place might get firebombed, but other than that, he knows where I live. That's the only problem.
That's why I could say it doesn't know where I live. Oh, she does. He ran up a wall. Damn. Yeah. But, look, an outstanding effort from them boys. And, look, for them to have sitting on top of the ladder at this early stages. Yeah, excellent, mate. Thank you very much for that, IJ. Now, guys, we're going to go for a little break and hear from our all-important station sponsors. But when we're back, we will have, I think we're going to have Norm Fawcett, are we, IJ? Yes, we are. So we'll have Norm Fawcett when we get back in just a few moments.
The Wanneroo District Cricket Club would like to thank its 2014-15 sponsor group, including Urtec Holdings, Getting It Right and On Time. Northside Residential, offices in Joondalup and Greenwood, contact Andrew Amos today. Sunwise Outdoor Living, for all your patio, gazebo and alfresco needs, contact Rob Fairchild. MTM Physiotherapy, specialising in sports injuries, located in Duncraig. And Stella Premium Services, gardens, parks and lawns. Contact Cliff Astall today. Station sponsor.
For over 15 years, Amando Sports has been first choice for many sports fans, and it's easy to see why. With a massive warehouse that stocks all the latest sports gear, merchandise, equipment and footwear, the answer is simple. Get it at Amando's. Find out for yourself and ask about Amando's Privileged Discount Club, worth 20% off every purchase. Amando Sports, Unit 1, 289 Stock Road in O'Connor. Call 9331 8992.
Station sponsor.
You don't have to be a Shano, Watto, Dizzy or Tubby to play cricket. It's a game for everyone, and you can play it anywhere, from the backyard to the beach. It's fun, gets you fit, and gives you the chance to be part of a team. And with new formats, including shorter games, it's now even easier to play. So whether you've never played before or haven't played for a while, now's the time to take up cricket. Become part of the Australian cricket team and join your local club or centre. Visit playcricket.com.au and get ready to play cricket.
Station sponsor. Perth Metro Property Group is the latest, most exciting new real estate agent. Expanding on their Kalgoorlie franchise, Perth Metro Property Group is your ideal place to go, whether buying, selling, renting or investing. Kieran Bryars and Mick Martell are committed to finding you the best property within an ideal community. Perth Metro Property Group have enthusiastic and professional staff who live and breathe property. Find out more today. They are located centrally in the metro area at 211 Main Street, Osborne Park, or visit perthmetroproperty.com.au. Station sponsor.
And welcome back to Roos News on your home of sport, 91.3 Sport FM. I'm your host, Dave Minear, back again. And now we have got, as promised just before the break, our fantastic president on the line here to join us as our special guest. Norm, you there, mate?
Yeah, g'day, Dave. How are you, mate?
Mate, fantastic. I don't reckon I'm as good as you, mate. Just another great start, mate. This old presidency gig's pretty easy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, thousands that disagree with you, in particular me. It's, yeah. Look, no, good. Look, a good kick-off. off, and very proud of the lads. They worked very, very hard, and pre-season was, as you know, started kicking off in June, and look, it's been really good, and it's a good vibe around the club. You know, we're all joined together, and I think that's the main thing. You know, that we do everything together, and we work hard together, we play hard together, and we'll see how we go. You know, we had good results on the weekend, but it's a long season ahead.
G'day, Storm. It's Purce. How are you, mate?
Purce, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, bud. Good. Hey, mate. Just at the start of the season, we've tried to do a couple of things a little bit different in that we're really looking at trying to set the club up for future endeavours. Things like trying to get our coaches to have some guidelines, and also with our players. Is there anything else that we think we really need to continue doing around the club to hopefully make sure that we continue on the up and up?
Oh, look, I think, Purce, we discussed it with obviously with the players committee and the committee, and look, we talk about values, and we were, obviously we wanted some input from the junior coaches, obviously the senior coach and assistant coach, and Sean King, and at the end of the day, look, we're a cricket club, and that's what we're about. We're there to develop cricketers to get onto the next level and play state cricket, and hopefully on up that. But in the interim, I think it's very, very important that we're looking at the values within the club. We want to produce good people as well, and in particular, if we can get an outline saying, well, listen, this is what we expect from you guys on and off the field. We're all about producing good people as well as good cricketers, Purce.
Mate, very well answered. Hey, another quick one there, Norm. Something that's given me a lot of pleasure, I think, as a Wanneroo person and everything like that, has been having a look at some of these guys go through and get higher honours. I think we touched on it a little bit earlier. This year we've had an unprecedented amount of guys in the second 11 basic squad this year. With your Christian Smiths, with your obviously Jakey and Jake Fawcett and these guys, Cole Miller, who's just gone from strength to strength. What's been one of the best things you've seen over your last 2 or year and a half of being president, mate? What's been one of the big things for you?
I think, in particular in the senior group, the honesty and that has come out of the coaching staff is look, guys need to know where they're at. They need to be told, and if we want them to do better, or we need areas that they're going to improve, they've been told, and it's not about personality clashes. It's just it's all about saying, well, listen, guys, this is where we see you at. You've got an issue with this, or you need to improve on here and there. I think it's all about honesty, and a lot of people don't like confrontation. A lot of people don't like being told that they're not up in this area. They need to improve, blah, blah, blah. But I think Wayne Pearson has come along and basically just said, listen, this is what we see you as now, and if you want to improve your cricket, if you want to go to the next level, this is what you have to do. And if we see that improvement, we'll back you 150%. And it's no different to what obviously Justin Lang has done with the state squad. And we're just following in the same sort of process what the WACA do. And this is one of the biggest things that's happened over the last couple of years with JL coming on board, and the WACA and the district cricket all getting on in the same line. I think we're going to see huge improvements. So, yeah, that's what it's about.
Yeah, you're right, Norman. As I said, I think it's something we've all been striving for a long time, to try and, get that equality between grade cricket and also the state bodies and everything like that, which has made it a lot easier for guys like yourself who are in the administration side of it at the club level, which is, people, it's a pretty thankless job a lot of the time, because you get a lot of people coming with a lot of problems and not a lot of people coming with a lot of answers. So it's good that we're finally getting some of that support back off the state body. But, Ian, have you got another question for our illustrious president?
Normally, I've a bit of a rumour's been going around the club, and I think I'd really like for you to try and, say whether it's true or not. Now, is it true that there's been a couple of committee members that have been throwing some slander around and calling you Greg Williams?
Who?
Diesel Williams, quickest hands in the West, or?
Oh, I think, that's, I don't know. You'll have to repeat the question too. Bamboozled me as usual.
I was going to say, there's a pretty big achievement, bamboos on you, buddy, hey?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm going to mention Craig Williams or anybody else.
No. I'm just saying that we're calling you Dersey Williams because your hands have been so quick to handball stuff on so efficiently.
Now I understand.
Stirring you up.
Yes.
As you know, Purce, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a thankless task. Just, Dave, you can ask your father. He did it for 7 years. Yeah, I'll give you the tip right now. Yeah, no, it's at the end of the day, it's all about delegation. And I've been in business for 28 years. I tell you what, and if you want to survive, you've got to delegate.
That's it. Norm delegation force it, isn't it, brother?
Definitely. And you know all about that, Purce.
I'm just a minnow compared to you, mate. You know that.
Don't mention Minnow on that station, mate.
We mentioned him in positive. That's right. I mean positive things, mate. Don't worry about that.
Oh, by the way, while we're talking about Minnow, he's actually coming up to Wanneroo this weekend, so it'll be fantastic to see him again.
Yep.
And we're big supporters of 91.3. As you know, we're sponsoring this year, so Minnow's going to be there. So let the boys know and get on board and say good day to him when he gets up here.
Excellent, mate, and we certainly will. It'll be good to see Minnow back up at the home of cricket in the northern suburbs, Kingsway, mate. So, Norm, thank you very much, mate. We look forward to seeing you on the weekend. Thank you for coming on our show, or the club show, but the show tonight, and we really appreciate it, mate, and we'll let you get back to relaxing there in that lovely backyard of yours.
No, actually, I've just hit the kettle up and just about have a Horlicks and head off to bed. Thanks, guys, and love being on the show, and well done. Appreciate everything you're doing for the club.
Champion, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Bye-bye.
See you, Norm. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There he is. What a great fella, and might have slid that Dersey Williams just past him a little bit too fast there, but a little bit of an in joke for us there.
That was even quicker than Diesel Williams, I reckon, mate. That was almost a throw. That was really quick. But mate, we'll just quickly, before we go to our last guest of the night, which is the well-known and quite famous Corey Rocchiccioli, we wanted to just go through some of the results with the 17s and just have a look at that.
Yep, no worries, Dave. We'll just definitely confirm these with Corey when we have him on.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Look, the
needing confirmation. Just wait. Has Dave gone a little bit early?
We'll leave that one right alone. Dave going early.
You told me I only read the teleprompter, mate.
Vern going early. That might be big, but it might go a bit early, brother. On the hair trigger. Hey, and look, anyway, the down the 17s down there at Abbott Park won the toss and
who told you?
Carl's won the toss, and we elected to bowl because there's a little bit in the deck, and I thought it was a very, very good decision by Corey there. And look, we inserted Scarborough there, and we managed to skittle them for 75 in there, a lot of the 34 overs with the bowlers Elijah Gravestock with his 6 overs 1 for 12, Johan Estel 4 overs none for 11. Young Matty Purcell, who had an exceptional spell, if I don't say so, with a bit of nepotism there, Vern. Good word for Jeff Coultis, if he might have heard it before. With his two for 16, and Liam Catalafamo with his none for 13, and our skipper Corey Rocchiccioli about to be on the show with his 2 for 20. But pick of the bowlers for the day was Kurt Monaghan, who just had a cheeky little 5 for 2 with both of those runs being wide. So great effort there from young Kurt.
Well bowled, that's excellent, and that's a very strong name, isn't it? Kurt Monaghan. It is. It's distinguished. It's just strong. It's a strong name.
Better than Uncle Bill Monaghan, I reckon. Too.
Well done there, mate.
So look, that was a great effort from the boys. They skittled them, and so we went out, had a bit of a bat, and we thought we might better get the runs. Big front coming through, but we ended because we played a Saturday Sunday game, so we ended the day at 5 for 66 trying to get the runs, but. When the rain come down about 9 o'clock the next morning, we were 9 for 144. So, look, a good effort for other boys to get a bit of a win up there with Vaughan Quinlan with his 9, Lockie McLean with his 10. Young Justin Henry played very, very well for his 22. Got a susceptible decision from Jeffrey Proudfoot, I've got to say. And Kurt with his 1, but Joshy Cameron with his 26, Matt Spores with his 18, Matty Purcell with his 11, Yohan with his 13, Liam with his 10. So, great effort from the boys in the 17s there.
Mate, Jeff Proudfoot. Did you just say that's a bit of a blast from a very long past?
Jeff, he was down there umpiring. Yeah,
what was his son's name?
Did an outstanding job.
What was his name? You remember I'm talking?
Yeah.
I don't remember his name.
Escaped me right now.
Yeah, it has.
We'll come back to that. Yeah, son of Jeff. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yes, no, he was a good young lad actually too there. So, but also, mate, in the 15s up there at Kingsway, they had a bit of a tough day on the Saturday when they won the toss and elected to bowl again. And Scarborough at the end of their allotted 60 overs was 6-200, which they fought back quite well because they were 1 for 120 after the 35th, so a great effort there. But pick of the bowlers there, old Wiki Cheshire sprayed the first lot around according to Thorny with his 2 for 41. Bailey Richards, an outstanding spell of his 12 overs, 3 for 17. And Tristan Hobley with his 1 for 44 was the pick of the bowlers there. And no play on Sunday, so match drawn for the young lads. So, yeah, look, a bit of a innocuous start for the Thorny's 15s.
Yeah, you don't see that happen too much, do you? I mean, we normally at the start of the year, I know last year I think we had a bit of wet weather, but Sunday was terrible. Saturday was absolutely amazing. I don't think you could have had a better day for cricket, could you?
It was a beautiful day. People at the beaches were packed, and it was a beautiful day. And then, like I say, Sunday, bang. Perth weather,
fair enough. Exactly, mate. Well, IJ, what would you like to do, mate? Would you like to go to a break and then we'll get Corey Rockachole? I think that's what we'll do, guys. We're just going to go to a quick word from our all-important station sponsors, and we'll be back with you with Corey Rockachole. Back in just a few moments.
The Wanneroo District Cricket Club would like to thank its 2014-15 sponsor group, including Northside Residential, offices in Joondalup and Greenwood. Contact Andrew Amos today. Jets Wanneroo, 24-hour fitness, workout on your terms. Harden, Eastern Conti, accounting, taxation, finance and business planning. Contact Murray McGee today. Subway Manly, located in the Kingsway Shopping Complex, and Resource Instrumentation and Electrical. WA-owned electrical contracting companies specialising in the HVAC industry. Contact Darren Thorne. Station sponsor.
Revolution Sports Centre is the #1 indoor cricket centre in WA. Based at 37 Lemnos Street, Shenton Park, Revolution Sports provides top-class coaching sessions in high-quality facilities, including cricket nets and the use of bowling machines to get your eye in for the game. Ring and book today. Revolution Sports also offers netball, soccer and floorball mixed social team competitions. A first-class gym at only $33 a month, as well as kids' sports birthday parties. Visit the website revolutionsports.com.au or call 9388 3430.
Station sponsor. Bradbury Cricket are now selling directly to the public. Making handcrafted bats since 1993, Bradbury will create a custom crafted blade to suit the needs of cricketers at all levels, featuring the Bradbury standard of creative and innovative design and dedicated workmanship. As well as bats, Bradbury's range of protective gear and accessories provides for both senior and junior cricketers and all budgets. Come and see Paul and Sally now at 7A Forsyth Street, O'Connor, or phone 9314 5612. Sport FM sponsor.
Hobart's multi-award-winning Old Wool Store Apartment Hotel has built a reputation as one of Australia's most welcoming and relaxing inner-city hotels. Renowned for spacious rooms and friendly hospitality, the property is centrally located within a stone's throw of Hobart City Centre and just a block from the beautiful waterfront precinct. Remember, a visit to Hobart means a visit to the Old Wool Store Apartment Hotel. See oldwoolstore.com.au for more details.
Station sponsor.
And welcome back to Roos News on your home of sport in the community, 91.3 Sport FM. Now, we've got our special guest tonight on Roos News, the Wanneroo District Cricket Club radio show on the line here, Corey Rockachole. Corey, can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, Dave's got you loud and clear.
Oh, mate. Hey, you know what? You know how many years we've been waiting to get you on here. Like, we're so excited, mate. Mate, what has made you, this is my first question, what has made you such a cult figure?
Don't know. I can't really answer that question.
Good to have you on, mate. Good to have you on, Perce.
Corey, it's Perce here, mate. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself, first?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. Is that all that stuff at Bunnings going on the shelves correctly, mate?
I think so.
Hey, mate, this year you've been made captain of 17s after some previously very good performances and your dedication to a pre-season. How have you found it after being captain for the first game this year?
Yeah, it's a bit of a different experience. Usually you just normally sit out in the field and just take what the captain says, but now you have to constantly think about what's going to happen next and be ahead of the game a little.
Mate, can you tell us what your first thoughts were when it was let slip to you that you were going to become the captain?
I was pretty happy. Something I've always wanted to do, so I was pretty happy, over the moon.
Mate, I'll tell you, it's great to see a young guy like yourself. Your old man's a great bloke, and you're a great young man. But I'll tell you, you really live and breathe your cricket. So, I mean, it must have been a massive honour when you got this bestowed upon you to be skipper of the under-17s, because there's been some fairly decent cricketers that have done it before you.
Yeah, it's something I've always looked up to. It's something that I wanted to do, and I didn't get the opportunity in early years, but having the opportunity now is something I've really took upon well, and I wanted to do it.
Excellent, mate. Now, I've played a little bit of cricket with you, not heaps, mate. As I said, you've come through and you've played a little bit of senior. What are your goals for the next couple of years? What are you looking at doing?
Just expanding my cricketing ability and just keep pushing through the grades. If I get the opportunity to do that this year or next year, hopefully I'll be able to push up through the grades. With
an attitude like that, mate, you definitely will. That's brilliant. Jay, what have you got for a young Rockacholi here, mate? Have you got any words of wisdom, Ian, for Corey, mate, that can help him in his long career?
I don't mind sharing a few of my words of wisdom in Corey's ear during the week when we have our quiet little chats. But hey, mate, just on that, how did you find Wayne's pre-season this year? Because you were down there for the first part of it, mainly the fitness, and then you got shunted to the side because he had too many players down there. How was that for you?
It was pretty tough, pretty good fitness we had going on. Sean King was running the fitness side. That was pretty tough. We had a lot of running to do. But at the end of the day, got some good fitness into me, so it was pretty good.
Hey, mate, just with your team, is there anyone this year you're tipping to have a really good season or being a bit of a bolter from the blue?
Probably a second-year player like Vaughan Quinlan or Yan Estelle, with Yan with the ball and Vaughan with the bat. Those players could be vital to our side this year.
And then any of the first-year 17s as well?
Probably Matt Purcell and Kurt Bonahan. They look like they do a lot with the ball, especially with Kurt on the weekend taking 5 for 2. Big things from them.
Hey, mate, now that you're on the wireless and you can actually podcast this and tell your friends, or anyone you need to have a little shout-out to?
Don't know. Parents? Yep, just hello.
That's it. That's all you got. Just what about...
The old man's going to fall off his chair, mate. He's going to be so excited that you've just given him a shout-out.
And you want to thank your mum, Les, for all the lovely food she makes you, or...?
Oh, yeah, cheers, Mum.
You don't look like you've been eating much of it lately, mate. All that king he's running, mate. I can tell you, I must have been eating your portions for you.
Yeah, I just handed it over to Dad. He did all the work.
All right, mate. Well, thank you for coming on the show tonight, and hopefully, mate, we'll get you back in if you'd like to. We'd love to get you on here again later in the year, whether that's here in the studio or on the phone, mate, because it's always a pleasure to catch up with you, mate. And best of luck this season, because, as I said, you've earned it, and you've been around the system now for a little bit, mate, and I can tell you it's excellent to see a good young man who's got a lot of ability and a great head for it as well, for cricket, that is. I don't know about... You're not bad looking, mate, but I don't know about what else we're talking about. But, mate, it's great to see you doing well and enjoying your cricket.
Cheers, fellas.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, Vern, like I say, look, you're not going to meet a better kid with as much passion for cricket as Corey. I'm fairly close friends with his mum and dad, and they do sort of explain to me that he definitely lives and breathes it. June had his pre-season plans, all his goals set up on his wall and all that. So good to see, the young fella, and he did a very good job captaining on the weekend, bowled quite well. Probably could have asked him a couple of questions about how he went the weekend. He would have been pretty keen to tell you he took one of the best catches I've seen at junior cricket, actually. So
jeez, that was kept quiet.
Off Kurt, yeah. Well, maybe he's a little bit shy first time. He probably thinks that people actually listen to the show, Vern, doesn't he? So,
well, unfortunately, we know that's not quite true. So
put it this way, between Cass and Carl's, I don't think those two listen to it, do they?
But I'll tell you, he's a great young lad, and as I said, I know he lives and breathes it. So
yeah, for sure.
I think the thing is, it's just great seeing a young guy get that sort of an opportunity. All right, mate. Now that was excellent. So we will have him on later this year, guys. That was Corey Rockacholi. Now, IJ, Can we have we got any other things that we'd really like to talk about tonight? I think there's something pretty special.
Look, speaking of really good blokes, unfortunately, one of our very, very, very good clubmen and really great blokes passed away in the off-season. Vic, as we all know him, or Jono, as we all would like to know him. And look, we had his wake at the club, and I just sort of, a bit of a shout out to his family, and hopefully they're all well. And look, he was a really outstanding guy. It was a very, very good service, and look, we got to actually meet some of his family. Like I say, his son especially there. He came and had a bit of a yarn with us, and he seemed like a bit of a chip off the old block. And look, there's not enough good words can be said about him. Look, just a really honest, good bloke. Always good time for a good story, and I'm sure many of us, as you and I, Vern, spent many a time with him just down at the side with a bourbon and a dart. And look, good to see the boys had the armbands on there for him for the weekend.
No, definitely, mate. And he will be sadly missed at the club. I think a very touching thing was that he, a lot of people probably don't know, but Normie Fawcett was basically told when old Jono wasn't too well in these last few days, and he basically said, I want my wake. I want everyone to get on the Terps at the cricket club. And guess what, Norm? You're organising it. So Norm basically got told to do it, and I think he was very, very happy to do just that. So fantastic effort and absolute gentleman, and he will be sadly missed around the club. But I think the really nice, poignant thing that we did have at the club just before, after the premiership last year, our second premiership in 3 years, he had a photo with Jake holding the flag, which I think was pretty poignant. Yeah. We've got a picture of that in the club now.
That's right, yeah. So that's great, like I say, that'll hold pride of place, and hopefully, when Audrey and Jono's family, they want to pop over the club, they can see that there. So rest in peace, big fella. Hope you're looking down upon us fondly.
Yep, I hope you enjoyed the win on the weekend too, mate. All right, now, IJ, have we got anything else we need to wrap up in the coming week? Is there anything else? Nothing major?
No, just this week, the Minnows Rockingham Mandurah. So good to see Minnows going to be up at the club. And if anyone does see Minnow there, just pop your head in and say good at him. Look, he does an outstanding job for WA cricket and sport in general in WA. So that's about it really, mate. From me, apart from make sure if you see Vern on Thursday, everyone wish him happy birthday, because it will be his birthday on Thursday, turning the ripe old age of 38. Oh, sorry, 30. Oh, that's right.
My hair looks like a 38-year-old. Well, lack of it.
Your Swede does look older than what it is. I mean, a bit rich coming from myself.
But no, it'd be a great get down there, guys. And anyone that is listening out there in Radio Land that actually does just want to come down and watch a good game of cricket, be an absolute cracker between Rockingham Mandurah and Wanneroo on the weekend out at Kingsway. So it'll be all there with the great Minnow there, and hopefully he'll enjoy a good day out there. Not too good though. Not too good.
And also Sunday, the boys have got a 2020 fixture v Subi down at Subi's little dung heap there in Floreat.
Yep, Ooby Dooby.
Ooby Dooby come on Subi 2 o'clock on Sunday. So
excellent. Get down there, guys, and support your
nothing better
club.
to do. Get on down there and have a quite cold soda.
Exactly. Sounds good to me. Well, guys, that's about all we've got time for tonight on our first show of the year, and quite amazingly, we never cease to surprise ourselves, Ian and I. We can get through an hour quite easily, just two of us. But anyway, guys, we'd love to say thank you for listening tonight, and I hope you're back with us next week. But first of all, we just wanted to make sure we do something that's very important to the club, and that's thank our fantastic sponsors who support us for everything. And as I said, we wouldn't be able to do things like this and do our radio show and things like that if it wasn't for these people. So a big thank you. We can never thank you enough to Urtec and Gavin Miller, Northside Residential at Andrew Amos, Stella Premium Services, Old Cliffy Estelle, Sunwise Outdoor Living, Rob Fairchild there, Harden Eastern Conti, Murray McGee, MTM Physiotherapy, Brad Hart there, Jets at Wanneroo, Casper, is that his real name?
That's him, that's old Casper.
Okay, gotcha. Subway Madley, David Britz, Resource Instrumentation, Darren Thorne. Great to see him on board there, Resource Instrumentation.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. Been hassling him for a few years.
Probably only put a half of what we wanted to put him in as well.
Exactly. Yeah, brilliant.
Who just for the record is just sitting up in Karratha having a quiet little beer and a feed, and was a bit. We actually thought about trying to get him on tonight too, but he knocked us back. So
too hard. He gets stage fright.
Too busy counting his coins.
Exactly. Oh God. Phoenix Insurance Brokers. That's Shane Kaiser there. Total Industry and Safety, Sean Bennett. Well, thanks, Benno, for getting on board, mate. ADL Electrical, Andrew Lucas, always on board every year. Thank you, Billy. JC Plastering, Joel Carney, or what's his other name?
Mini Andy.
And last but not least, the fantastic support we get from Liquor Barons Greenwood from Chris and Karen DeZotis. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, we'll have a lovely week, and I hope to hear from everyone and see everyone this weekend down at Kingsway. Have a great night. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Bye, Jocelyn.